It's a girl, it's a girl, it's a girl. Swanky. We keeping it swanky. It's your girl, it's your girl, it's your girl. Swanky. We keeping it swanky. Oh God, hello, hello. Hey, 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 hey. Hello, hello. Hi, my peoples. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. My guest today is Miss Wendi, straight out of the 242. Hi. Hi, Nettie Boo. Hi, Christine. Oh, gosh. Hi, guys. Hi, Cindy. Cindy, you is like one strong supporter. Oh, God. Trini, Cindy, I love it. Me and you must talk. Me and you must talk. We must talk. So, Wendy's already up and ready to go, guys. Let's get this interview started. Tum, 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 tum. Walk out to me. Bing, 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 bing. Hi, Wendi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm so good, Swanky. How
Yes,
are you?
darling. I'm wonderful, wonderful. It is my pleasure and honor. I want to say good evening to you.
Good evening. You're so excited and happy. I love it.
Child, look, me and you have good weather. I don't know about the rest of them.
Oh, that's
Oh,
most important.
so we have to be excited, okay? But
Yes,
people
of
gonna be
course.
like, really? Yes, I have to sit outside by the pool. I was like, yeah.
And the thing is, like during all of this, like lockdown, like in the Bahamas, we have curfew and we have weekend lockdowns.
Oh, yes, we
And the
definitely
weather
get
is
into that.
so beautiful. It's hard to keep island people inside. So I understand why we had to be put on lockdown because we would be at the beach.
Girl, let me tell you something. I saw a post. Somebody sent me a post a couple days ago. They said when they reopen KFC in Trinidad, it's going to be like Marshall Monday because it's going to be bigger than Marshall Monday because people going to be out by KFC like it's a fat. But anyway, you know what?
Yes.
Can't keep we locked down at all, at all, at all, at all.
No,
But
no.
again, it's my pleasure. Thanks to your management team and everybody for getting us connected. And then actually when my team brought it to my attention, I said, wait a minute. I was with Wendi in Bahamas when we did a band launch for a band.
Yes.
I literally was backstage watching you perform when I did
Yes.
the hosting for the band launch. I was like, are you kidding me? Yes,
Enigma. It was the Enigma band launch. AC
definitely.
reminded me of that just the other day, and I was like, oh yes.
Yes, I was like,
That
oh my
was
God,
like that was the last party.
that was like the last hoorah. If we didn't go to Trinidad, that was like the last hoorah of
Yes.
anything that we got, and I'm so grateful. Thank you to Enigma
Yeah.
for
Shout out
inviting me
Enigma.
out. Oh my gosh! But anyway, mom, not only an artist but a mom. Let's talk.
Yes.
How has this pandemic been for you so far?
It really put a wrench in my plans as far as Wendi the artist. Like I have a big song. I was really prepping for Bahamas Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, Bahamas Carnival, I wasn't present because I did New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. So
Yes.
this year, my husband and I, we had really big plans to really just lick
Yeah.
'em for Carnival this year. And we both have amazing songs. So this really has put a damper on things. Of course, people losing their lives and getting sick is, of course, the worst part of it. But as an artist, when you say social distancing, I'm like, well, how am I supposed to make my money?
Our distance between each other when we perform and in a fete or anywhere else that you go is literally 2 inches.
Yeah. So it's been very interesting to say the least. And I think every performance artist has that same sentiment. It's like, okay, y'all really just canceled our careers almost
Careers
for
is
the year. Yeah.
literally like, how do you put a pause on your life for one whole year when, like you said, your career is that's what you do, and
Our
you
career
put that to a stop.
is socializing, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
this is crazy. But anyway, so let's get into Wendi. So I just heard you mention your husband is also an artist, correct?
yes. Yes,
All
he is.
right. So this whole family is a musical family all the way around. And what people don't know is, Wendi, you got a degree in music.
Yes,
So
I do.
this has been going with you from way back.
Way back. I've been singing since I was 4 years old. My first public performance, I was 4 years old. And, you know, all through primary school and high school, I've been the singer, right? But I just never thought I could make it a career.
Right.
And then my first degree is in biochemistry, and I was about to go off to UWI in Jamaica to study pre-med. That's when I had the whole epiphany that I didn't want to do medicine anymore. I wanted to do music, and my parents were right behind me, and they supported me. And my dad always told me that my gifts would make room for me. And so said, so done. You know, after I left Jamaica, I went to Berklee College of Music in Boston, and I have my degree in music business and performance.
Nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice. Well, amazingly, like I said, these are things that people don't know about you. The whole family is musically inclined, as well as your background and your education from.
Got the papers.
Okay. So getting into your career and when it started as a soca artist, but a lot don't know you wasn't always a soca artist.
No. I mean, like most Black singers, we started in the church, right? So my dad and my mom, they're pastors. I'm very much active in the church. So of course I started off doing gospel. And then after I left Berklee, I was really sure that my path was going to be more so pop. However, I've always loved soca. Okay. I've always loved Caribbean music. Of course, reggae is big in the Bahamas. It's bigger than soca. Soca is really just now climbing in the Bahamas. And my best friend is Trini. We met at Berklee. And this gal take me to Trinidad Carnival. My very first, like,
did it change your life? Did it change your whole life?
It was a lot. It was a lot. Because that was my introduction to soca. And then my first carnival. You know, normally you have to have like a warm up to a carnival. You do a little one, you do a little city carnival, a little, you know what I mean? And she took me straight to Trinidad, and I was just like, what is this? And I have been going ever since. And I just fell in love with it. And then every time I would go back to university, that's when so I was in Boston, so that's East Coast. So my friend Darlene and I, we were in New York, and you know, New York and the Labor Day scene and Brooklyn, all of that. So I really just got this immersion into the culture, and not so much seeing myself as a performer, because I was still in school, still learning my craft. But that's my love for it is genuine. I'm a student of the game. I keep telling people my favorite Marshall Montano song is Unconditional Love, and that's from 2008.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And like, I know old school soca as well, but just fast forward, I came back to the Bahamas after university, and I joined the #1 soca band in our country, Visage Band Bahamas. And I joined that band because I love soca and I wanted to perform it. But again, I wasn't thinking I'm going to be this artist. You know, I was like, I just want to make some little money. I want to keep my chops. At that time, I wanted to focus on songwriting and song placements for R&B and pop, because I still had my connections from the East Coast and the New York scene. But I don't know. I guess I would say it's my husband, Dyson, who really kind of pushed me into the Caribbean, the Caribbean music. Here, our genre in the Bahamas is rake and scrape and junk canoe. And
you ain't saying that but a word, you know, I know all about that.
And it's really a genre of music that you have to experience. A lot of foreigners won't understand it if they just hear it on a record. You have to experience it at a party, at a regatta. And so that I got immersed in, once again, I got immersed in Caribbean music, being in the band Visage. And my band leader, he was like, I really want you to do a soca song. He wanted me to do a remake of this song called G-String. And I was like, I ain't singing no song about no G-string. My daddy is a pastor.
I was about to say, you came out to people church. What you doing about G-string?
What? I can't do that. No, that's too much. Right?
Oh, gosh.
But what we did do, he wanted to rebrand the band because they had new frontline singers. So we did this song called Happy Hour, which is a junk canoe song. And it just exploded, Swanky. It exploded in the country. It became this new wave of pop and Junkanoo music.
Mix,
And it was
like
written
a
by
fusion.
myself. It's like a fusion.
Yes.
Written by myself and he wasn't my husband then. He was just my bandmate then, Dyson Knight. And that's kind of where I got the bite to, okay, I can do this Caribbean soca thing. I can do it. Like, it felt normal to me, because one thing my husband had said to me, he said, you don't have to change the sound of your voice, because I was under the impression that I had to change my pop flares, and I have this really R&B voice, and you do kind of have to change it for soca, because soca is more about vibes than it is so much.
But you definitely could be that game changer. Don't stray away from what you love and your culture. You could infuse it to create something pop soca.
Absolutely.
Like, come on.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what I try to do. Like, I try to attack the soca songs with the vibes that it need, but I always try to put in a little vocal flair just to remind you.
Right. That girl still got it. She got it. She's still there. I love it. So talking about, you know, the whole factor of the pop music and then getting in. Now, we all know that Bahamas cultural music, like you said, is Rake and Scrape, and the festival, of course, is Junkanoo and things like that. I've been there. I've visited. I've endured in the music. I have to say, because of my constant back and forth to Bahamas and my connection with the people, I know a lot. But a lot of the outsiders who don't know about the actual cultural music have not had that opportunity to really absorb what it is. What have you done on your part to get that out there? Because I love Rake and Scrape all day long. And you know, the dancing, like, people don't know the special kind of dances and things like that goes along with that. What do you contribute now that I can call you international because you go places, you've traveled, you've done, you know, amongst other things. What have you done to keep current and keep that into people, to keep your culture alive? And, you know,
one of the things I absolutely am diligent about is making sure that when I sing, I sound like a Bahamian. And that may sound simple, but a lot of the other islands have a thick accent. Our Bahamian accent is not as thick as the other islands. And I think sometimes it could be mistaken as, are you American? Are you Canadian? But there are certain things that we say that it's 100% Bahamian, and those are the things that I make sure that I keep in the records. For example, with Walkout. Walkout was written by my husband, Dyson, as well as Daryl Gervais, who's from Trinidad. So after the song was written, I would go in the studio and I would say, okay, that phrase is not a Bahamian phrase. I'm not going to sing that. I'm going to sing it the way I sing it. So the first line of the song, when Daryl wrote it, it said, first things first. And I was like, nah, Bahamians don't say that. We say, first of all.
First of all, okay.
First of all, right? And we always say that. And so the very beginning of my song, I said, first of all, you don't need no that. So that's kind of what I'm doing to make sure that our voice as Bahamians are heard. It's the way I say certain things. It's the way we sing certain things. Like, I'm not going to constantly sing a song about a fete, because in the Bahamas, we don't really fete. We party. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of Bahamians trying to interject ourselves into the region culturally, because for so long we've been far removed. So to the rest of the region, it seems foreign. So we got to kind of like inch our way in there, you know, make things a little palatable before we hit them in a real hardcore Junkanoo. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like,
oh gosh, you are so right on so many different ways. And like I said, I've been going, and those of us who take that chance to visit the different places and absorb the culture, is different than somebody just coming and visit and just running away and not really paying attention. Because, you know, don't we all hate when we go and they always calling us some other culture besides who we are? Right. So anyway, moving on.
And can I say, while all in my entire university experience, being around all of these Caribbean people in Boston, in Brooklyn, even when I go to Trinidad, and they would never shout out the Bahamas. I would be screaming to the top of my lungs. I'm like, please, we are here too. And like, only like a few artists would shout out the Bahamas. And I have to shout out Destra. Destra would always shout out the Bahamas because she came here often. But now more people, it's like
They learning. They
They know
grabbing.
we here, so it's a good progression.
Yes. So, knowing that you visited Trinidad, you fell in love with the carnival, haven't stopped going since. You've been to other places in the Caribbean, am I right?
Yes, of course.
Yes. Visited many places other in the Caribbean. And when it comes to the music, who else have you worked with? Because I know you've worked with quite a few people in the industry, writers and
Yeah.
different people. You've had the honor to be on a lot of the different rhythms that people like Tess and all these other people
Yes.
have dealt with. Give us a little more intake on that. The people you've worked with in your recent years and things like that. And who?
Okay.
Come on.
Absolutely. Okay, so Walkout is, of course, on the Good Feels rhythm. That features Cass, that features Turner Official, Mikal Teja, written by Dyson Knight and Daryl Gervais. Daryl is a prolific songwriter. Dyson is a prolific songwriter. Dyson is in the band Bahaman. He's a songwriter for Bahaman, so that's major. Weakness was also produced by Star Blue Productions. They're out of Trinidad as well. I have a song with... can't remember the name of the rhythm right now, but it was produced by Static and Johnny Blaze. That was, I believe, last year. The song is called Book Smart. I've done a lot of things. I've done a lot of collaborations. There's more that I would love to do, obviously, and I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
I say throw it out into the universe, because the only way it'll be heard is throw it
let
out.
me throw it out there.
Who would you like to work with?
Cass. Anybody say Cass?
Wendi waiting and she ready, right? Throw it out into the universe. That's the only way you'll get take it from me. And this pandemic right now, you never know. Somebody might hear. Somebody might be tapping into the live and say, you know what? Wendi in the Bahamas, she's ready to wait.
Someone called my name. You didn't get the ass ringing? Cass. You call.
I do honestly think so. So, not only have you been a great performer and artist, and I've had the pleasure of seeing you perform more than once in Miami as well.
Okay.
You actually performed right after my DJ, one of my DJs that I managed, Shakira from Grenada.
Okay, lovely.
You performed after, and they came back telling me all about it and actually caught you on recording and sent it to me. You didn't know, but yeah,
no.
That's when I went to the Bahamas. I saw, I was like, I remember her from Miami Carnival last year. So, yeah. So besides of all your accomplishments and all your performances and so forth, there's quite a few awards that you have achieved throughout your career.
Yeah.
A lot of international awards and so forth like that. How was those experiences for you?
Well, I got to shout out my team. I have to shout out my team and call them by name. Freddie Got Sick Seymour, he's my executive producer. Leonardo Sniper Rogers, he's my producer and engineer. Dyson Knight again, my songwriter and also vocal arranger. Anwar McDonald, who is one of my songwriters as well. I write. Anwar McDonald is a Grammy nominated and Billboard charting songwriter. He's from the Bahamas, Cat Island. He's the man who's been behind the pen for Jock Cure's latest hits. So the team is heavy, and thanks to the team, I have been able to rack up some awards. I have an award called the Hollywood Music and Media Award, the HMMA, and that's based out of LA. I won the dance category for my song Attitude. And this award is a very special award. I was in the room with Diane Warren. Okay. And if y'all know who that is, y'all need to Google it.
Excuse me?
This woman write all the songs in the world, all the hits. She was at the table right in front of me and she won an award. The winners, some of the winners that night were Black Panther. It's like, I was just like, okay. And then I went and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Oh my God.
Yes.
I also have a few international soca awards, the SAO awards. I have 2 music video of the year and 1 soca performer of the year award. I have awards here in the Bahamas, Bahamian Icon Awards, Elevation Awards. So I've been very fortunate. I've been working hard. A lot of times people think these awards are just dropped in your lap. No. You work for it. You be consistent. You make sure your song is hot. You make sure your visuals are hot. You make sure that every time you hit a stage, no matter if there's 10 people or 1,000 people or 10,000 people, you give the same energy-packed show.
Same performance.
I'm really grateful that I've been able to rack up some of those accolades behind my name, because what it does is it gets the industry talking. And
Yes.
again, remember we talked about the Bahamas being a little bit removed from the rest of the region as it relates to music. So these are some of the things that we have to do for the rest of y'all to be like, what's going on over there in the Bahamas?
Yes,
You know?
yes, you're correct. You to draw that attention to the Bahamas people and let them know that you guys are here and you have some celebrities over there as well. So, I, as far as like in the community and things like that, you contribute to any of the things that's going on in your area and things like that.
Absolutely. I am very big on giving back. I'm very big on mentorship. As you can tell, I like to talk. So I really like to impart into young people, particularly young women and young women who are in the arts. One of the programs that I'm very passionate about, it's called the Music Project here in the Bahamas. And it's an after school program geared toward pop bands. So in our country for a while, we didn't have pop bands in school. And when I say pop band, I mean rhythm section. I mean keys, guitar, bass, drums, that sort of thing. We had the marching bands because, you know, our Junkanoo groups are more like marching bands. So we had the tubas and we had that type of thing. But we did not have this proliferation of pop bands in the schools. So this after school program is something that I'm passionate about. I go in, I mentor the vocalists, I'm on the board, and then they put together this big concert at the end of the year, and the winners of that competition go off to Berkeley as their prize. Yeah. So we go into schools a lot as well. I'm really passionate about young people. That's my way of giving back.
That's nice. That's nice. And especially if you could hand off, and I'm sure you're a big inspiration to a lot of young people of where you started and where you are and your career and things like that. So definitely, I'm sure that is so appreciated all the way around the board.
It's surprising too, because this kind of, I wouldn't say that this happened overnight. It absolutely didn't. But because I've been like working. And then you sometimes look up and you're like, oh, people know my name now. Okay, working.
You're
Go to the store. Oh, you want to take my picture? But I don't even have on no makeup. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So that's what kind of happened to me.
Right.
So I'm always surprised when the young girls hit me up on my Facebook and like, oh, Wendi, I'm so like excited to be able to talk to you. I want to do music as well. My mommy don't really want me to do music. What can I do? That's always what I get from them. So they're looking at the fact that I'm making a career out of it in our country where careers in the arts are not something that you really do, right? Because parents don't really, period, the music industry is tough, period. But we're talking about the Bahamas where our population is less than 400,000, right? So the discretionary income to really get rich off of music is not there.
Yeah, you're so right. But you keep it pushing and you keep supporting these young people. And I interviewed DJ Overdose, that's also from the 242 on Sunday.
He's doing big things.
Yes, and he was telling me, you know, it's just to be consistent with the people. Once they text and reply or send emails, boxes, take the time out to answer them back, and that's how the people will appreciate your hard work and they will always support you. And I do believe in that. I mean, you guys are doing so much great things. This is the time where I'm going to open up questions, because these questions been coming in.
Oh, great.
These comments. And
hello, everybody tuning in. I see a lot of people from the Bahamas.
Yes,
I saw Dasquay. I see Kendra. Hi, everybody.
So I'm opening up for some questions right now to ask Wendi. Someone says to be that role model for everyone. That's a great thing, especially being a woman in this industry. We know it's not easy. It's hard. And, you know.
Ooh, that's another conversation. Because you have to be about your business. You can't smile up too much with these fellas. You have to. That's why you get manager.
Yeah. Shout outs to Kristen.
Shout out, Kristen.
Shout out. But let me see. Any other questions, guys? Because all the questions was coming at the beginning, mind you. When we were talking, everybody sent in a question. Oh, gosh. Well, where's the kid? So you do have kids?
I have one daughter. My first child, I had her last year, January 19, 2019. Her name is Zendara. She's a love of my life.
How you pronounce her name?
Zendara, like Zendara.
that is beautiful. That is beautiful. How did you manage with okay, I do have a question for you. It says, as a woman in the industry, do you get support from the guys? And what would be your advice for us females?
Okay, so I do get support from the guys. I get support definitely from my husband, and I surround myself with the guys in my life they've been shooting with me in the gym for years. So I can't say that I have brought in new male mentors into my circle. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I would really be into that, because again, you're a woman, you're an attractive woman, you're going on stage in short shorts, you're winding up yourself. You have to be careful about the males that you let around you. Mm-hmm. And that's the next thing. The second part of the question was, what was it?
And what would be your advice for us females as far as working and supporting with
Okay, so years ago, I got this great bit of advice from one of the greatest male singers in our country. His name is Mr. Nehemiah Heald. He's one of the original members of Bahamen, mm-hmm. right? And I had started to see that I wasn't getting the attention that I wanted from mm-hmm. men when I left the stage. It was unwanted attention, if you know what I mean. It was more of them thinking they could approach me any kind of how, say what they want to say, and I'm not that person, okay? Mm-hmm. I could get on stage, I could wind up myself, but when I leave the stage, you can't talk to me because I don't know you, right? Like, right. I just feel like sometimes people think they can be familiar with you because you look a certain way on stage. And this is a really good point for women. So I asked him how to deal with that. And he said, all you need to do is, as soon as you're done with your performance, you look straight, you hold your head high, and you walk up the stage and you try to get to your dressing room as quickly as possible. Don't fraternize too much with the males, right?
Right.
Not when you're dressed like that. And that's one of the advice I would give to females in the industry if you're going to be in the soca industry, because we know there's a dress code, right? It's not saying that you must dress sexy, but a part of this thing is sex appeal, yeah? And
as they say, sex sells.
Sex sells, and we're in a visual industry. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not like the 70s before music videos came where it was just about the song. It's also about the look, it's also about your appeal, it's also about how approachable you are. But you can start to get the wrong attention from men sometimes. So my advice would be to make sure that you're clear about how you allow yourself to be addressed by persons once you're not on stage.
Okay.
That's my biggest advice.
Okay, cool. I was asking you about your daughter, but there is another question. Where can we hear more of you is what they're asking. You're more.
Okay. So I would love for you to go and check out my new music video. It's called Walk Out. It's on my YouTube channel. Hey, walk up and out. That's youtube.com/Wendi242. That's Wendi with an I. Or you could just hashtag walkout. It should pop up. But you could hear more from me by just following me on Instagram. And I'm always posting my songs. All my songs are in iTunes, all your digital download portals. I mean, if you just want to hear from me, I'm on these Instagram streets, you know, just talking and stuff. Hanging out.
Your beautiful daughter. You always have your daughter with you. When you always have your daughter with you when you are, you know,
doing posting,
Instagram and things. I see her all the time.
That's because she doesn't leave me alone.
She's so adorable. Oh, God. But I wanted to ask you. I remembered, as you said, you had your daughter last year. When you were with your daughter, how did that work for you with performing? Because your career took a full speed ahead, like within the last 2-3 years. And you just had your daughter last year. So how did you cope?
So before I had my daughter, everything was really like boom, 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 boom. Mm-hmm. And I'm a newlywed as well. So it was also in the plan to have some babies because my mommy and my dad was like, we need a grandchild. You need to hurry up, right? So
the pressure.
So that was also part of the plan.
Mm-hmm.
However, in 2019, I just didn't know it was gonna start steamrolling so quickly. So that was really difficult trying to have that balance. I can only credit my village, my husband, my mom, my dad, my mother-in-law, my sister. So, I was able to take my daughter somewhere when I had to perform. And the thing is, my performances slowed down because I'm a nursing mom as well. And when you're a nursing mom at a certain hour, you need to be home.
Oh, walking out the whole thing, leak. Oh Lord, all kind of
things. Yes. And so actually it's been quite a struggle, but it's getting better now that she's getting older. She's not going to get any younger. She's getting older, and I'm just thankful that I am still relevant and visible to be able to perform.
Right. That's good. That's good. That's good. So I want to hear some tunes before I let you go, because I try not to be long and drawn out. I do like to, not take away too much from the artist's time. This is a time that is hard for us, but when we, have these kind of open forums and open networks, it's good for us to be able to communicate. And
I didn't know. I should have brought my laptop with my tracks. I didn't have anything.
But you could sing my favorite song. Walk out.
Okay. Let's do it. It's gonna be a cappella because I don't have anything in here. I don't have any. I don't have the track in here.
Well,
is that okay?
Only if I pull it up on my phone. I wonder how I could do that. I probably could go on YouTube and pull the song and see if I could have you sing on it from there, because God knows that's my song.
But it won't. The timing will be weird.
It won't. Okay, go.
I'll sing a little bit of it a cappella, and then you can play it.
Okay.
For everyone to hear.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all ready? Okay. First of all, you don't need no validation. You don't need no affirmation from nobody. No, sir. Work that body. Oh. Confidence and sex appeal. Every man will get you feel. The way you bounce and stick it and work the bumper right there. I's a boss, believe me. And tonight this woman go wind up, yeah. My workers got line up, yeah. Hey, and of course they need me. Cause every time I throw my behind up, yeah. My workers got line up, yeah. Walk out, walk out. Walk out for them, walk out for them. All my ladies, walk out for them. Wine and give them confidence. Walk out for them. Walk out for them. Sexy ladies, we come out for them. Wine and give them confidence.
Whoa, Wendy! Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I saw a lot of my people up on the live. Big ups to Cleo, is one of my good friends. He's Bahamian and Jamaican. We love you. I love you guys too. Wendy, we have so many comments, so many I loves you. I saw all the hearts.
I love you guys.
Oh my gosh, Wendy, a lot. I want to say we appreciate you so much.
Thank you,
Give us your
Swanky.
social media handles where they can find you, get music. Some of my DJs were texting me when you see me looking on the side, because they're texting me like, we need what they call them?
DJs. Because listen, I use social media for its original purpose, networking. Whenever I see a new DJ follow me, I message him and I'm like, can I send you my music, sir? So DJs, when y'all come into my inbox and y'all will get all the music you want. So you can follow me on Instagram at Wendi242. That's Wendy with an I. I'm just typically on Instagram. You could also follow me on Facebook if you want. That's facebook.com/Wendi242. If you want to buy my music, you can just search Wendi on iTunes. You can find it on Google, Amazon, Spotify, everywhere. Tidal is everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah. Your music is also on Apple Music.
Apple Music, it's literally everywhere. It's everywhere. You just need to search. You could Shazam it. You could do whatever. Just search Wendi with an I. You'll find a list of music. My newest songs are Walkout, Weakness, In Front of You, Bang Bang. I think those are my newest 4, but I have a lot of music. I have a really deep catalog. I would love you guys to go and see what y'all love, what y'all like, share it, and...
Anything new? Anything new? Working on?
Walk out. Well, also
we sit on Walkout right now.
We all about Walkout.
Oh, so definitely thank you again on behalf of me, Swanks, with Keeping It Swanky, and my 360 Soca family. We want to say thank you again. Thank you to your management team for making this possible. Wendy, I am so waiting to meet you when I come, when we open back up outside.
When outside open up, it's on.
Let's go to the fish fry, eat some good old conch.
Listen, look, you're real, baby.
I'm telling you.
Some salad and collect.
Yes, girl.
And we go walk out.
Oh gosh, I love it. Thank you so much for taking the time. Say hi to your wonderful family for me and his baby. And we will talk again. Don't worry, we're gonna recap on this. Next time our interview is gonna be personal. We're gonna be able to put each other back again. Okay? Take care.
Bye-bye. Thank you, 360.
All right.